I like it. It's very tactile, for lack of a better term. I mean, you can definitely you know where your finger is. Super crisp. Love it. And it's just smooth. The overall feel, as far as you just know where your finger is, feels great. So it's been a while since I've shot with gloves. I just don't like shooting with gloves because the feel just isn't there. But with your system, it's there. The feel is a lot better. I mean, you could definitely feel both of those rails. So it's good. I don't think shooting with gloves is going to be an issue at all.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, obviously you've retired law enforcement. You worked a lot of positions, patrol, SWAT, narcotics investigations. Obviously, wearing gloves is a key part to your work and what you used to do.
Absolutely.
And typically, throughout the years, the way we would get around that, because we had to wear gloves, right? You're working and you have to protect your hands, and you're dealing with all kinds of different circumstances. But the way we would get around it is we always had to cut the trigger finger out, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And I don't know about you personally, but for me, every time we were on a SWAT situation, and if we were breaking glass or doing anything, I don't know how, but it always seemed to find my exposed finger.
Right.
Right, and I'd always run into issues. But with this trigger system, and if you were still doing that type of work, would you feel confident running the gloves, full set of gloves, and you being able to make critical shots and do what you need to do with the firearm?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the last thing you want to have to worry about is, in those types of situations, is trying to keep your finger warm, or if your finger goes numb because it's not protected or whatever. You just don't need that.
Been shooting a long time. We've been friends for a long time. We've shot a lot together. We've obviously worked in a duty capacity. We've also shot a lot of competition and things. Now, you put in a lot of time to develop your skill to the point where, again, somebody could probably argue and say, well, you don't need to make a trigger upgrade. I mean, you're good enough with your skill, you're confident. But after what you've experienced with the pressure brake trigger system, what would your thoughts be about making that purchase or upgrading that trigger on your weapon?
I absolutely would. In the law enforcement and military and security type of work, at least when I was still in law enforcement, I was constantly looking for a better way, a better system. And sometimes, though, the better system was leaps and bounds. Sometimes a better system was just a tiny bit. But why not? If you notice something is even 1 to 2 to 10% better, why wouldn't you make that change and upgrade your system? So I would not only highly recommend this trigger, but when can we put one in my gun? I want one. So, yeah.